With the ever-growing emphasis on the importance of obtaining a college degree, why is it that tuition costs are now more expensive than they've ever been before? Most of you, if not all of you, in some area of your life have probably felt the effects of high tuition costs. I'm a college student myself, and I have personally felt these effects, and it hits very close to home for me. That's why I've taken the time to do my fair share of research and show you just how high tuition costs affect students, some statistics regarding tuition costs, and some solutions to hopefully lower the cost in the future. So, how exactly does high tuition cost affect students? Well, in America, it's kind of a big deal. It's such a big deal, in fact, that presidential candidates like Bernie Sanders have used trying to solve the issue as a means to propel their presidential campaigns. A study done by PRG.org shows that nearly 50% of all college students work so many hours to make up for their college tuition costs that it has an adverse effect on their grades. Additionally, a study done by Howard P. Keon shows that college tuition costs consistently outpace the rate of increase in both inflation and family income. Some students have even grown so desperate that they're actually living inside of their vehicles to avoid housing costs. So why has this not been dealt with yet? Well, there's been many suggestions on how we can fix this. One of the most popular being making college free altogether. And although it does sound good on paper, it doesn't really work out that well in real life. A study done by Matthew M. Chingos shows that free college would actually benefit higher class students rather than lower class students, giving them up to 24% more dollar value than the lower class. And of course, there's always scholarships and financial aid, but scholarships are generally reserved for the naturally talented, and financial aid only leaves you in serious debt after college. So is there any real solution to college tuition prices? Well, I suggest that colleges be forced to reduce their tuition costs altogether because there's no reason for them to actually be that expensive. Colleges just kind of decide to charge that much. And of course, we can always go to trade school as well to avoid tuition altogether. Trade schools offer just as much knowledge and specific career paths that colleges do, just without all the money. Additionally, businesses could be more accepting of people with degrees from smaller community colleges than major prestigious universities, relying on that instead of their current hiring criteria for new employees. So in conclusion, college tuition costs have a major effect on all students and an even more profound effect on students of lower financial standing. Hopefully today, I've convinced you to think differently of college tuition costs and use your newfound knowledge to act accordingly. The only way to fight these outrageous costs is to stand together as a community. If we allow this to remain unchanged and prices are as high as they are now, how expensive will prices be in the future when our children are trying to apply to college?